Good morning, Heart River Otters. Welcome to the last Mindfulness Monday of our school year. We've had such a great year and enjoyed spending this time with you. Throughout the year, we've always talked about safety tips within the school, and we're going to end our Mindfulness Monday with sending some safety tips for you to encourage you to practice for summer vacation, because we know that summer vacation can have lots of fun and different activities. And so we just want to make sure that you're going out there and making all those safe choices so that you come back to us healthy and happy in the fall. So one of the things we want to talk about is bike safety and making sure that when you're riding your bike, your scooter, your skateboards, that you're wearing that protective gear. So wearing that helmet, maybe some knee pads or elbow pads if you're on a skateboard or a scooter, making sure that you're protecting your head with that helmet when you're riding. Always being mindful of the traffic that you are riding with next to or watching as you cross streets with your bike. Sometimes the traffic doesn't always see you, so you want to be extra vigilant and checking for that traffic. The next thing, we know that the summer brings lots of time outside, and so that outside means lots of powerful sun rays and sunshine and hot weather. And so we want to make sure that when you're spending time outside, that you're finding places to shade and keep yourself cool, hydrating and drinking lots and lots of water, making sure that your body stays hydrated so that you don't become overheated. With that sunshine too, encouraging you to wear long sleeves if you can, or making sure that you're putting on sunscreen. That sun can really do a lot of damage to your skin and cause sunburns. So wearing hats and sunglasses is really important for you to stay safe in that sunshine. Also, when you're outside considering, we know that North Dakota is known for lots of little bugs and critters that can bite. So when you're out there, making sure that you put on that bug spray too with that sunscreen. So always making sure that you're keeping yourself safe when you're outside with that sunscreen and that bug spray.
We also want to make sure that we don't get too dehydrated and we drink lots of water to help us so that our bodies are nourished and able to run and do all the fun things. So drink lots of water to stay hydrated. But also with water, we want to make sure that if we're playing in the water, whether it's out at the lake or at the swimming pool, that we're being conscious of water safety. So if you're on the lake, if you're swimming in the lake, make sure that you have strong swimmers who are able to help you in case of emergency. Making sure that you have a floaty or a life vest, okay, depending on what you're doing. Especially if you're out on a boat, you should always be wearing a life jacket. Okay? Making sure that the adults know where you are and have approved what you're doing so that they know the currents and different things that could be impacting you. Our river is really fun to look at, but it can be a very strong current sometimes, especially with all of the snow that we've had this year. So again, being mindful of being safe on the water, making sure that the adults are okay with you being near the river, whether you're fishing or kayaking or canoeing. We also want to make sure at the pool that we are listening to the lifeguards, that we are following the posted rules, because they are really there to help keep us safe. We might also notice that there are more people out and about in the summer because it's warm weather and people want to enjoy that sunshine and that warmth. So we might be encountering more strangers. And as we've talked throughout the school year with different safety pieces, one of the things that we talked about was safe and unsafe strangers. So when we are out and about and we see a stranger, we can make a decision if they're safe or maybe unsafe, depending on if the adults around us, like our parents or aunts and uncles, grandmas, grandpas, whoever it might be, are talking to them and say that it's okay, or if it's a police officer, a firefighter, a post office worker, somebody who works in a store if we're lost. Those are more safe strangers, people who are there to help the people in the store or the people in our community, and they're ones that we can ask questions if we are lost or if we need help with something. Mm-hmm. If somebody approaches us that we don't know and there's no adult around that we trust and we know to ask if they are okay, then we can simply say, "Oh, have a good day," and walk away. We don't need to engage in that conversation with them unless there is a trusted adult who says that that is a safe stranger. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, we do encourage you to have all of the fun out and about, but it's important also to take some time in that shade. And one of the perfect activities to do in the shade is to read books. We have lots of summer reading challenges that you can participate in. And when we come back to school, we will be so excited to hear about all the amazing stories and worlds that you have visited. I hope that you all have an amazing summer. I know that we are excited to see you back in the fall for a brand new school year. Have a mindful Monday.